This is a message to the Reggae boys. It's something that they should already know, but it look like them don't know, so let's go. Welcome sports fans, welcome back to this or that Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting and everything sports topics, discussions and debates on the internet. But before I get into today's video, don't forget to like this one, leave a comment and subscribe to this or that Sports TV. But the one more thing for me, and that's to share the video to at least 10 people, get to 6 subscribers, because if each and every one of you guys can manage to do that, do you know how many subscribers that would get us by the end of the day? Yes people, I am Rush and I'm here to bring you guys another interesting video. More want to think about it, more want to know. Talk to me in the comment section, tell me what you think, and most importantly people, share the video, share the content. Even if I just tap share and send it in our football group, tap share and share it to your Instagram, tap share and send it to your brother where you know love football, or send it to your father, or send it to your son, send it to the Reggae Boys enthusiasts. You get me? I say share the video. That is how the content, that is how the channel is going to grow, and people, the content will get better. But for now, we are right out the storm. You get me? I say a few things happen logistically, a few things are not in place, but at the same time, me I try to make sure say we pump out content same way. You see me? So bear with us. It will be over soon that we will get back to this other sports TV that you know, but we'll still provide interesting and riveting sports content on the internet. You see me people? So let's get right into it. And as I said, I'm here to send a message to the Reggae boys, and the truth is, everything that I'm going to talk, my list right, so everything that I'm going to talk about, they should already know. But the truth is, the way how them a play, it don't look like them know. And some I feel like somebody needs to say it, and why not say it? Why not it be me? Why not be the person that says it? So let's get right into it. So the Reggae boys played 2 games in the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup so far. Initially we played against Guatemala, we lost 1-0, and then we played against Guadeloupe where we won that game 2-1. It was a comeback win. Now it sounds great, but the truth is that's just an awful start for the Reggae boys. Just 3 points after 2 games coming into this competition. You would, every expert or every sports fan that knows anything about football would have predicted Jamaica to be on 6 points at this point. You know, you expect Jamaica to be one of the 2 teams that come out of the group. If we're not first, we're second. We're in a group with only Panama that's supposed to be better than us. Now, the other 2 teams are supposed to be worse than us. They're ranked worse than us, and their teams are not good as our team. So, with that said, we're supposed to be on 6 points, but we're not. And so that means that something went wrong somewhere along the way, and we need to find out what it is. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is just a quick review of the game. The second game that happened. I'm not going to do a tactical analysis. I'm not going to go through all of that because everybody did that already. I'm just going to talk about some key things I'm seeing at the game. You understand? And first of all, the coach started. You know the back line already. I'm not going to go over that. The midfield now. This is the crutch. The crutch of the situation. The midfield. And this coach, I'm going to mention it in one of the videos that I did, I think last week or the week before. I respected coach. But come on, you're supposed to be a really good coach. You must. Some things are just common sense, Bridget. So he started in the midfield with Joel Latibodier, Dwayne Atkinson, and Jonathan Russell. Alright, fine. Damian Lowe is injured, so you can't play your tricks with Damian Lowe again. It didn't work last time, but I had a suspicion that he would have tried it again. You can't do it. Isaac Hayden is injured. That's the best midfielder. You can't play him. Fine. There's still Casey Palmer. You call Kari Anderson, who's supposed to be match fit, season just finished. Why are you starting doing Atkinson? People, there's a difference, you know. I'm not wanting to take this the wrong way. See, these players that are playing in the Jamaica Premier League, they're good footballers. Don't get me wrong. If we're supposed to compare them to a lot of footballers in the world, they are good footballers. But they are not at the level that is required to step up to the national team. It's the vast majority of them. You might find one. If you find 2, you're lucky. And at this moment, there's only one player you can say play in this national team and doesn't look out of place. One local player can come into this national team and doesn't look out of place, and that is Richard King. And Richard King still is very inconsistent for the Reggae boys. You get a good game now, you get a bad game now. You get a good half now, you get a bad half next time. You understand? And so thinking that a local player is the solution to play at the CONCACAF level, at the international level, is just so misguided that you have to wonder if Steve McLaren is the one making these decisions. I see people are questioning it on the internet. Who tell him say Damian Lowe to play midfield? Alright, he might do research and see the Canada game, fine. Who tell him say it is a bright idea to put Dwayne Atkins in the midfield? And then obviously him come to him sense and take him off at halftime. But who told him that that is the right thing to do? Where is the coaching staff? Where is Meran Garden to say, coach? I think that's the best idea. We've tried it since I've been in the setup, and it has not worked. You see me? So I don't think we should try it right now. Where is Meran Garden saying that? And if you're not saying that, Meran Garden, you're not doing your job well. Straight up and down. That's just some see it. Now that's the first thing. The midfield coach, I applaud you for trying to find the best midfield to play. I'm not gonna be like one of these blind fans and just say, oh, the coach are the foolishness. I understand why he's doing it. But this is so much of a bad decision that, coach, you're not supposed to try that one year. You have Casey Palmer up on the bench. Why have you lost confidence in Casey Palmer? We don't know. No, I will put my hands up and say Casey Palmer has a lot of potential. He has all the goods to be a great footballer. I'm kind of using the word great a little bit loosely, but he has all the goods to be a really good footballer. But Casey Palmer is very inconsistent in his play, and I understand that. But he's still one of the best midfielders we have in this team. And so you really think that it is better to play Dwayne and don't tell me about Dwayne. I think he's better going forward. I mean, why you're not that. He's not a better midfielder than Casey Palmer. If you're going to play 2 8s and a 6, do it. He's just not a better footballer or a better midfielder than Casey Palmer. What happened? How we go from Casey Palmer starting 2 games in the Unity Cup to now can't get a game in the Gold Cup? How did we get there? What happened? And I am not one saying, oh, Casey Palmer is a savior. But if we're going to go for Dwayne Atkinson, people, you can't tell me that he's a better choice than going for Casey Palmer. You understand? And that's the first thing I saw. When I saw the lineup, I was just pissed at it. I was mad because it just never made no sense. Understand why what he's trying to do, but this not make no sense in terms of the selection that he went for. That is the first problem with the team. You can't start like that. Obviously, the forward line, him started Demar Gray on the wing. I think a bad decision again, and people make a different Ronaldo Cephas. Alright, he made a bad decision. He should have passed about to Mikel Antonio and make him get the easy goal, but he wanted a goal. I understand it. Bad decision. Alright, beat him for that. But Ronaldo Cephas creates the most goal scoring opportunities for this Jamaica team. I don't have the stats right now, but I promise you that Ronaldo Cephas will be the top of that list. Ronaldo Cephas, with his pace and trickery, gets him in so many good positions that he can either create good opportunities for his teammates or create good opportunities for himself. Alright, the end product is not always great, but instead of playing a Demar Gray that is going to only create 2 opportunities for the whole game, maybe take one, maybe not. Most times won't. Ronaldo Cephas will create 5, 6, 7 and take 2. 5, 6, 7 and something good will happen. So he creates so much good for the team that I think Ronaldo Cephas should always start unless them agree are taking game. Coach will tell me about a rotation. We're playing 3 games in the group stage and at this point we're going out. Play your best team. We don't have time for rotate. So Dwayne Atkinson was not a rotation. Ronaldo Cephas going to the bench was not rotation. This was simply the coach thinking that that's the best thing to do, and I again misguided. Alright, Demar Gray got an assist, good on him. But outside of that assist, Demar Gray was a passenger again in the game. He made 1 cross in the game, and that was it. People, this coach is making too many bad decisions. Again, I do think he's a really good coach. I do think he has some good tactics and some good things that he's asked the team to do. But I think someone is giving him input and he's taking it to the detriment of this team. So that's how I'm going to mention. The game, people, it started well. I think for the first 10 minutes, Jamaica was playing good, comfortable football, and we looked better than the Guadeloupe team. After that, it's just a slump. Alright, they scored. We tried to fight back. We were chasing it in the latter parts of the first half of the game. We got back the 2 goals. Alright, we somehow remember that we're better than them. In the second half, I don't know what that was about. Obviously, Dwayne Atkinson came off at halftime. Carrier Anderson came on. The game started to pick up again for the first 15 minutes of the first half. We started to look like a good team. We started to create opportunities, not taking them. That's fine. Then towards the end of the game now, it started to become madness. Richard King don't know for defend. Amari Bell don't know for defend. Ethan Pinnock, this is his worst spell of games for these Reggae boys. What is going on? What is going on? So people, overall, I am not pleased. I am not pleased with this Guadeloupe game. And people know my sentiments probably 5 videos ago that this coach is the best coach we've had in terms of X's and O's since René Simoes. It hasn't aged well, but we still have time. We still have time. I'm not going to come off of that hill just yet. But people, I am not pleased. And the second thing, that was a quick review of the game. The second thing I'm going to discuss is that this game that we just played against Guadeloupe was actually worse than the first game. So we won this game against Guadeloupe, you know. But the game that we played against Guatemala was actually better than this game. How? How can that be a thing? How can we be worse in a win than we were in a loss against a team that against two teams that we're supposed to be better than? You know, makes sense to me, people. And so I don't understand how we are being. Well, and maybe right now, I just watch back my video them I make, because this is proving me right. Because the preview that I did to the Gold Cup, I mentioned these Reggae boys will be inconsistent. And what are we seeing? Inconsistency. Spell of good games, spell of bad games, spell of good 20 minutes, spell of bad 20 minutes, spell of a good half, then a bad half. Inconsistency. And so that is what we're seeing from these Reggae boys. Should I be surprised? No. Am I upset? Yes. I'm gonna get to why I'm upset. So that are the first thing more of these Reggae boys know. That are the first part of the message. This Guadeloupe game was actually worse than the Guatemala game. So not because we won the game enough to feel good. And I don't think you guys feel good now, but me I make sure I tell you now. Liam Bailey, good game. And Liam Bailey is actually playing well for Jamaica right now. These last 3 games that Liam Bailey played, he has played well. He's been our most dangerous player. And I like what I'm seeing from Liam Bailey. Taking the initiative, being a bit more confident, getting in good goal scoring opportunities, and, you know, doing what he's supposed to do for this team. Looking like the best Jamaican player. But he was not the man of the match. I'm going to get that wrong. In the Gold Cup. The man of the match was Andre Blake. Andre Blake, thank you very much. And these are the games that were really have to thank Andre Blake, because we would have been out of the Gold Cup, people. We should have lost that game 2-3, 4-1 easy, or 4-2 easy. Guadeloupe was better than us for the last 30 minutes of the game. We were holding on for dear life. And we are supposed to be so much better than Guadeloupe. I don't understand it, people. I don't know what is going on. And so finally, I'm going to say it. This Guadeloupe performance, even though we won, was worse than the Guatemala performance. Next thing I'm going to talk about. Coach. May I send a message here? I want you, boy, I don't think coach I watch this still now. But if you don't know the coach, or you know somebody who know the coach, just send a clip I had. Just clip this part of the video and send it to the coach. Trust your system. Trust your system. We expect the players to be inconsistent when learning a new system. But even if you're not the middle of learning the new system, you change the system, coach. How will you expect them to play? You have to take some blame in this. Alright, the players are being inconsistent. Alright, these players are not playing well. But trust your system, no boss. We see you play something in the Unity Cup. We see you play it in the Guatemala game. We see you play it in the British Virgin Islands games. We see you play it in the first Guatemala game. Where you change it now for? You play the inverted fullback? Don't change it. Try at it until you get it right. Especially against a Guadeloupe team where you're supposed to be better than, where you're supposed to get opportunities to fine-tune the system that you're working on. How to use as the opportunity for build up and go beat Panama. You change the system. Me not see the man them a invert. Me not see Janus Labby as high. Yes, he got forward sometimes, but he had to be very careful. Trust your system. This is what coaching is about. You believe in something, you have a football philosophy, coach. Don't change it unless it work. You lose one game. You lose one game in the Gold Cup, your first game. You have 2 more games where you can make it up. Trust your system, no man. Trust your system. We'll see what you try to do. It never, and I was one of those people that came after that Guatemala game. I'm never too tough. I understand what the coach I tried to do. It was just down to too many players having individually bad games and making too many individual mistakes. That game, me never put too much of the blame on the coach. This game, me put most of the blame on the coach. You set you up wrong, your selection was awful, and the system that we were playing was awful. This played right into Guadeloupe's hands. They knew that they needed to win the game. They were going to come and throw numbers at us. Put one more in the midfield now. Have the inverted right back now. Commit numbers forward, pack up in midfield, try to get forward, unlock Liam Bailey some more, unlock John Russell some more, free up the wing over there so with Demar Gray some more, even if you decide to bench Cephas. Warner Brown can't get a sniff. Coach, trust your system. Next thing I'm going to talk about, people, is a time for these players to turn up, you know. We have World Cup qualifiers that will come now at the back end of the year. We need these players to turn up. We need these players to turn up. Me hear everybody I mention about this Mason Greenwood and Dujan Sterling and blah 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 blah. The Reggae Boys don't have a personal problem in terms of players right now. We not have a midfielder, we just not have a midfielder and it's whatever. We can't go buy a midfielder. Alright, Dujan Sterling is a midfielder, but we have decent midfielders right now that is playing at the same level as Dujan Sterling. We don't have a player problem. What we have right now is a system problem. And the system comes from the coach. We have a philosophy and a system problem. That's why anytime, even if I don't agree with it, anytime I see the Reggae Boys that try something in terms of a system and a philosophy, I always back it and run behind it. When arguments not doing I press me, I say, alright, at least we can see what the team I do. Go and work on it. Change it. I see Steve McLaren I try something now with the inverted right back. I say, alright, overload the midfield, unlock your wingers. Go good. Try it. Commit numbers forward. Try it. Change it. No, I don't know what I'm going to get in the Panama game. But guess what? Regardless of all of that, players need to turn up. We cannot play games where 5, 6, 7 players have individually bad games. That's just unacceptable. That is just unacceptable. Warner Brown, you cannot play a game and don't have a shot on target. Bump that. You cannot play a game and not have a shot as a centre forward. Find something. I don't know. Find something. Understand that the team not create nothing for you, but zero shots on target, 0 shots off target, 0 block shot. No, that can't work, my boss. You cannot be a centre forward and play over 70 minutes, play in a game and not have a shot. Unacceptable, Warner. Liam Bailey, good on you. Them are a great time for you to turn up, brother. Ethan Pinnock. I understand say you're probably not be as much fit as we'd want you to be. You're playing yourself into fitness. But brother, you need to pick it up. You need to pick it up. Richard King, you need to be more consistent, my boss. You're a good footballer. You can pass the ball very well. It is not your role to find the forward. It is not. It is your role to help the transition and get it to the midfield and get it out wide to your centre backs and you can make a line splitting pass into your attacking midfielder. But it's not your position for you to try dink ball over yes and dink ball over. It is not. So you keep forcing it and losing the ball. Stop it. Remember how to defend. I'm a rebel. Jesus Christ. You sound like a rant. I never want to come rant today, you know. Boy, I saw it go still. I'm a rebel. Bridging. Drink some porridge, Bridging. Firm up, man. The man in my bounce off your ball too easy. Yeah, it's almost like you clock out of the game. You tune out of the game, them. And that is why you make so much mistakes, brother. I mean, not talk about just making a bad pass. You say, no, you're out of position. You not pay attention. The man, you give you a corner, the man, them score from your side. Me I talk about schoolboy passing. Some slow passes into a box. When the goal score, me I say, hold on, goal score. It don't make no sense, people. Too many players having bad games and having a bad tournament. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. Them are agree when you have to turn up. Big up John Russell, big up Liam Bailey, and big up Andre Blake. The only 3 players where we can say, alright, I play some good football in this Gold Cup. The rest I know, find it, Bridging. Next point, or next part of the message. Something that I realized from these Reggae Boys. From studying these Reggae Boys, because you know we study the Reggae Boys. Something that I've realized, right? You see, whenever we're playing good teams and the good teams have score point with, then we decide to play a good football. Then we decide to look like we're one decent team. You see, anytime any team, as a matter of fact, score point with, somehow we remember how to play football. You see, when we're playing the lesser teams, you see, when we're playing a team that we're ranked higher than or a team that we're the heavy favorites against, we forget, say, we're better than them. I will play it down to the opposition. Why are we playing against a game against Guadeloupe? Alright, Guatemala is a decent team. Why are we playing against a game against Guadeloupe and Guadeloupe have so much of the possession? I'm not talking about for the entire part of the game, but for them have spells of possession. We are better than them. We can dominate the ball. We can dominate the space. We can control the tempo of the game because we're better than them. When them a double play and be like, come at your wing on the bridging. Come at your wing back now. And double up on them to an overlap or underlap or whatever. We are better than them. We are better players than them. And somehow we just forget. Sometimes the wing of them forget to them can run past the man them. We midfielder them forget to them can make a half turn and play the ball forward. Play the ball forward, not Joel Latibody here once in your life. Play the ball forward. Remember that we are better than these teams. Remember that we are better than them. We can't say that for the Panama game, but just remember, whenever we're playing lesser oppositions, we are better than them, and keep that in your head. Play with confidence. We are better than them. That's a message, not a long message, but at that. 2 more points. Second to last point now is going forward to this Panama game. People, me not see it happen still. Me I go believe, me I go cheer on the boys, me I go support them, me I go watch the game, but me not see it happen. But Reggae boys, please give us something to work with. Give us some confidence. You haven't given us anything in the last 2 games, and that is why I was watching that Guadeloupe game. I understand that the team is not where we want to be, but I was watching that Guadeloupe game to find something to believe in. To say, all right, the boys now play bad, but here we see where if we get it right, boom, we can beat Panama. Right now, I think all if we play a decent game, we can't beat Panama right now. But I'm so low on confidence, and the fan base is so low on confidence. The morale is so low that I don't see how we're gonna beat Panama, especially playing the way that we are. But it's well within the realm of possibility that these Reggae boys can turn up and play the best game that they've played against the hardest opposition that they've played. It is possible, because that's how we're going. But in the now, giving a confidence. But I hope that we can pull out something against Panama, and all we need really and truly, people. All we need right now, even if we lose against Panama, all we need is for Guadeloupe to beat Guatemala. Sound crazy. But Guatemala is a decent team, but they're not a great team. They are technical, them can pass the ball well, but they're not fast. They don't have no big strong forward, but they're a decent team. Guadeloupe get a 1 goal and defend it, no, man. Get a 1 goal and defend it, no. Guadeloupe scored 3 goals so far in the competition, Beijing. Come on, Guadeloupe, man. Get a point. We can't take a point. We can take Guadeloupe beating Guatemala. Once them beat them, even if we lose to Panama, we'll go through. But I think Guatemala is going to beat Guadeloupe. So now we need to beat Panama. That's all we need to do. Fortunately for us, we're on the same goal difference as Guatemala, but we've scored more goals than them. So we have more goals for and less goal against. I think that is the case, right? So we've scored 2 goals and we've conceded 2 goals. They've scored 1 and conceded 1. So it is actually not goal against, it's goal for first. So we're ahead of them in the table. We're sitting second. Come on, Jamaica. Pull out something against Panama. I don't like how we're faith in other people's hands. Get a win against Panama. And if we can't get the win, Father God, please just make Guadeloupe beat Guatemala. Please. Finally in this video. I like this. We keep it under 30 minutes or something. I like it. I like them video. We are losing confidence for the World Cup qualifiers. People, me still think say a cakewalk. Me still think say even when we play, me think Curacao kind of go like they want to scare me, but just generally, I still think we can play like the bad game we just play against Guadeloupe and still get 12 points or 9 points or 11 points or 10 points. I don't think we need to play our best football to make it to the World Cup, and that is why I think a cakewalk. But we are slowly losing confidence. I see people are overreact still, but we now go overreact. We're slowly losing confidence. Curacao play good football. So we have to be better careful. Trinidad, that's your thing. But we're slowly losing confidence. Come on, Reggae boys, and the confidence did low for a morning. But we're slowly losing the little that we had. Come on, Reggae boys, we can do this. Let's go. How we that, people? If you like the video, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to this or that Sports TV. And one more thing, and that's to share the video to at least 10 people, get us 6 subscribers, because if each and every one of you guys can manage to do that, do you know how many subscribers that would get us by the end of the day, people? But for now, this was this or that Sports TV. I gone.